I do.
Oh, what you watch?
The famous African, rich famous, and
Rich
African.
famous, right?
Young, famous, and African. I like all the characters. Connie, I didn't know who Connie was. I'm a baby. I didn't know Connie was as big as she was. I didn't know she was like a socialite.
Yeah, Connie's
I like that girl that got her little big breasts.
Kiffy?
No, I think
Fontana. Ini?
Fontana?
Ini. She got a nice little big breast with the nipples always sharp. Yeah.
That's made on the table.
I just like it, bro.
Yeah, that's too much. That was too much. Who else? Who you like? Who you like on the show?
Did you watch it, babe?
I'm not really a big fan of the show, but I heard about Diamond Platinum being a part of it as a back.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Diamond.
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 No, not Diamond.
Yeah,
But he's the playboy.
Diamond's a mess, bro.
Yeah, he's the playboy.
He's a
He's
mess.
stuff, though.
Diamond really not a
They set
playboy.
him up
He
on the
didn't
show,
get it.
right? Keefe took him on a date and brought Fontana out the date.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they set him up. He was mad.
He was so mad. He said, "This is what the problem is when you date with older
They
women."
said, I'm going to use the bathroom and left. Never came back.
Did.
Yeah, he did. That was
Very smart.
crazy.
That whole Two-Face in any situation, right?
Yeah, and it was, I don't know.
Before we speak on Two-Face and Annie, because I want hot, let's introduce everybody. Welcome back to the Fries. I'm happy to have you guys here today. I'm Big Smith. We have Mr.
Like, you change your name to Big Smitty now?
Is that whatever I want this week?
Oh my goodness. J-Biz.
The truth.
The truth, my historian. And the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful
JJ and the Fries that caused trouble.
yes.
The big J.
Talk no.
Capital J.
Yeah. I got a lot of calls in the Liberia last show.
What do we do?
They were just calling me like, why did you say that? Why, you know.
Well,
the funny thing was only people that enjoy in Liberia in a sense.
I know.
I was
Like,
calling. No people call me.
People that not be on them, right?
Yeah, people come and say,
Not
"Oh,
good friends
why
and
did you
stuff.
say that? You can't say that. We try to help these poor people." I say, coming to your house and begging in the morning, Sunday morning, and make your lie, getting 2 cups of red. I helping that.
good friends,
Helping.
man.
It's just feeding them for the day.
Who
All that-
always,
all that people that not be
always
doing it.
misinterpret the word help.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
yeah. that's
I
not
think,
help.
all right, so talking about help, let's go back to young, famous, and African. Y'all heard about Ani and Mr. What song did he write? You are my African queen.
I think
Girl of my dream.
I think he led Annie to take crack because Annie looked like she was taking crack in that.
You think she was
I think
hot?
crack is very hard.
Yeah, she was shaking. All the
You know an
motion.
addict when you see one.
Yeah, all the motion. She was like, yeah. Like she
She
was
wasn't
detoxing.
taking
It was
any accountability.
bad.
It was like she was just
It was bad.
same drama from last season. Two-Face, basically the situation.
It was real. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
it's
bad.
real.
You can tell it was bad. It was bad. She was.
Oh,
She's
so
not
the
really drinking,
situation,
bro.
the situation being Two-Face is known to cheat. Two-Face got the banker pregnant.
Okay.
Two-Face got the real estate agent pregnant.
She accepted all of that.
She
It's
accepted
normal.
all.
Yeah.
Okay. She accepted all of that behavior and defended that behavior. So now I think when last season came out, the world saw that Two-Face was a cheater. Because you know what happened in your house being your house. When the African man's ego was very fragile. And an African man being propped up, who Two-Face is Mr. African Queen. He is very respected. He's on a reality TV show now being broken open as a person who cheats on his wife, who doesn't respect his family, who doesn't do this and gets the banker pregnant, right? We live in different times. That's not accepted anymore.
Okay.
So he looked bad. I believe he looked bad after that. So then when season 3 came out, Annie looked like
Yeah.
Annie was 20 times worse than season 2.
She was tweaking.
Yeah. And it was like,
It was crazy.
I think he was embarrassed. I genuinely think he was so embarrassed at that point, and he didn't really like her. Because I think any man,
I didn't know he didn't like her.
They've been together for a long time, though.
any man who chronologically cheats on you cannot love you.
That's not true. There's no facts behind that.
It's not about being facts. Love is a feeling and not a fact. So
I'm not
we're not
saying-
discussing fact.
I'm saying no
We're
facts.
discussing feelings.
I'm
And the
not-
feeling
I'm trying-
behind that is if someone continuously lies, if someone continuously cheats, if someone continuously deceives you, and you not say they love you, are you fool? Or are you going to say they love
No,
you?
that's not facts. Because you gotta understand, like, love, like you just said, is a feeling, right?
Mhm.
And you gotta understand, like, the way in Africa and, like, the level Two-Face is at. You understand?
Mhm.
Like, the kind of women that he can get.
So since he has accessibility.
that's
But
what
she's
I'm
at that
saying.
level too,
That's
my
what
brother.
I'm saying. No, she's not.
No, she is.
No,
She used to be.
She used to be.
The level that he's on in his career and all that stuff. She was a model, right?
Actor.
An actor, right? She wasn't on the level.
An actress.
She wasn't on the level as Two-Face. Actress is not on the level. As
So you do
artist
believe
in
that
Africa.
if a man is important enough, that allots him to cheat?
No, I'm not saying allows
It's an
him to
African
cheat.
setting.
I'm trying to tell you in that.
So how does
setting,
that help the family?
I
What do
don't
you
think
mean?
it
How
does.
does that help that family?
How does the
Let's
family
finish. Let's
prosper? Because
finish that.
what do we say about
So,
men who
Let him
cheat
make his point.
have children,
so
right?
Family, what a man cheating has to do with his kids?
What
Like, how
happened?
we-
It had a lot to do with your children. You cheating had a lot to do
I
with your
think
kids.
public perception, the daughter is older now, can see what's
Yeah,
going
she
on.
sees everything.
It's kind of tough when it comes to the
You think your
family,
daughter
man.
gonna keep respecting you if her mom is crying every night,
Yeah.
or is she gonna have respect for her mother because she's watching her father cheat and the father don't respect her?
So is that the reason why Two-Face is walking away from the
We didn't say
relationship?
that's the reason. I said it's not okay.
I think he's embarrassed.
So
I think he's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed. Yeah, definitely embarrassed.
In Africa, your daughter respect you, whip her. Now you're in America, you get misbehave your
But we're not gonna keep beating our children. That's not what we're gonna come here.
Definitely.
We're not gonna say
You're not
that.
to respect your father because of what he do in his personal life. It's not your business.
He
as a
sets
kid.
an example
A kid
for who
has
you
a-
are.
No,
If a
And they
woman,
been together.
Papa, you
since high
can't
school.
sit here.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and do that.
A kid has to stay in the
They-
kid.
they been
He was
together since
27
high
years
school.
old and she was in high
Yeah.
school.
I think I said she was 15 and he was 20-something years old.
He
Yeah,
was
she was 15,
27.
so let's
Yeah,
talk
when it
about
first
the
started.
trauma
Molest her.
when it comes to
Yes, he was 12 years
Yeah.
older than her. He groomed her,
He
and
groomed
now
her.
he gave her children, and now he cheats on her. And we're going to say that it's okay for an African man to do that to a woman.
No,
No,
I mean that's not okay,
no,
right?
That's what we're
I'm
talking
good.
about, though. We got to talk about this.
Yeah, that's not okay. All right, but you got to understand where this is coming from, right?
Yeah, you have to understand what's going on in
And-
Africa, my love.
With me personally, if I was in Two-Face position and situation, I would call myself an ass. Because if you have a woman that loves you unconditionally, that you broke all the crimes, committed, fornicated of your marriage, have babies outside, what else can you literally do to this person? And she still love you unconditionally. So for
Yeah, I
me,
think-
that's his person.
And I think because of the attitude, it led her to taking, drugs. And I can
I mean,
guarantee
that's his
100%.
person. I mean,
Because the blog just says she's in rehab.
oh my God.
The blog just says she's
Oh.
in rehab
Oh
right
my
now,
God.
trying to get, recover from whatever she was taking.
But that's trauma
then her
on top
brother
of
came
that.
How does
out.
he feel
Her
right
brother
now?
came out and said she introduced him to
Yo,
the
where-
hard drugs. So it's like, it's going around
I
that
think
way.
there's something more to this. I think there's something more to this.
Why you guys are blaming Two-Face? What was this girl parents, right? When she was 15-year-old, when a 20-something-year-old
She disregarded her parents and went beyond Two-Face.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
she
so-
disregarded her parents. So
Yeah. It's
who gonna
African
blame
thing.
me? Who gonna take blame? Like
Right
you gotta
now, we're
stop
You want to blame it on the
me.
parents?
Yeah,
Blame
like,
her.
so we're not
If she
going
left her parents. Her
to.
parents would guard her. She left her parents, so blame her.
But he
So
has to
whatever
take
the direction
responsibility.
she
He
found
has-
herself
Again,
in
that
now.
brings us back to the last topic, poverty.
Yes.
And
no, she
people
had
trying
money.
to
Was she your
survive.
actress?
No, but she was not when she was 15.
No, back then she wasn't.
It was because she met him. That's why she,
Oh, yeah,
she
so-
went
so
into
he
the
put her
industry.
on.
So
He
she
put
put
her
her
on.
So
on.
because he put her on, he is allowed to cheat now
No, we're not
because
saying
of that
loud.
situation.
I don't
Don't
think
put it
so.
like we're not saying that, but we.
But
just
is it
saying-
okay for him to just leave her while she's in
Yeah,
a
because you
vulnerable
can't
state?
destroy a
Like,
whole
I mean-
human being and then go ask God to bless you.
Yeah, but that's my
You can't do
point.
shit like that. Excuse me. You can't do stuff like that.
destroy a whole
That's
human
my
being.
point.
Y'all BB word
Because
and-
You destroyed someone's spirit. If someone gave their life to you from 15 years old, you may not know that one because that's not your experience. You may not know that. I don't know that one because that's not my experience. It's something that I would do. But if someone gives their life from the age of 15 and they birth your children, and then you just go cheat, 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 cheat. Every time he cheat, she said, "Oh, it's fine. Two-Face didn't cheat on me. I love him."
It's
She
trauma.
stands behind him.
But that's what I'm confused.
Because again,
Went and
if you're in a public eye,
Like,
there's
that's
a lot
what
of
I'm
things you got to do
confused.
to prop that relationship. And she propped it for so long that it bust open, she became a addict. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
like
what it
who
is.
walks
She's-
away from the I mean like
it's tough though. I watched that show. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
She couldn't even feel her head. She was shaking and her hand was shaking.
And it wasn't like he told her he wanted to
That was
leave.
wild.
The man went
That was
and packed
wild.
his bag
I don't-
and said he wanted a photo shoot. And then she looked and he was on plane
It
to
came
America.
I don't think
Was he on the show too?
No,
Two-Face
he
ain't
wasn't
going
on
No,
the
anywhere,
show.
but I
this
just think all
particular
of
shit
this
wasn't. He was on the last 2 episodes, but he
I'm,
never on
I'm
that show.
saying with the,
I just
with
think
this
all of this
story,
is just acting.
with this story. Was he on the show?
No, because after he got
Let's just
embarrassed
get-
in
yeah,
season
let's-
2, he didn't come back for season
I think he was
3.
embarrassed.
He was
I
very
think he was
embarrassed.
on season 2.
Yeah,
Just
so he came
stayed
to
on season
America,
3.
the land of the free and the dying.
Lay of the free.
Speaking of America,
Because on January 20,
Speaking of America, what's going on in America now?
her beautiful
Since
Trump.
Donald Trump became president, what's happening these couple of days and these couple of
Chicago started first with the deportations. They actually had Dr. Phil out there talking to people like as they're getting arrested, which I think was like the most disgusting act of entertainment when you think about it. Like, how do you look at somebody and be like, oh, we're taking you away from this country? But here's this famous guy who interviews people about trauma. Talk to him a little bit on Fox News.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a mess out here.
It's coming back home. All the Liberians that 1,500 plus that's supposed to go back home, man. It's terrible, bro. Something. First of all, let me compliment your suit. your pro pool and your pro pool with a diaper on. This boy got a fur on the pro pool, so that's different. I never seen that before. He got a fur on the pro pool.
I mean, we got to dress up Africa.
He got a little
represented Philly.
Me and what's her name? Mad. Me and Smitty mad because you'll never tour. We got
I was on the phone with them last night. They didn't say nothing.
We apologize.
We gonna look American. They look, pro pool. Y'all look good though.
For the people who don't know, like me, what is pro pool?
So pro pool suits what pro pool like it's Judge Weah thing, right? When Judge Weah came to party, say he would support all the poor people, promote the poor people.
Promote the poor people.
They end up being professional poor people in the process. So
I help contribute
to a lot of things that's going on in Liberia. So we're still here to educate people about things that's going on in the country and making people like, you gotta be comfortable back home. And now people going home. Like, what are you guys doing? People are going home. 1,500 people about to go home. They're about to get home to the country. Like, are you going to accept those people in Liberia? Like,
So on this episode of Enterprise, we will discuss, we came in a little hot because I was very animated about my auntie. But on this episode of Enterprise, we'll be discussing the new immigration laws and deportation under the Trump legislation, which is killing us all, as well certain people within our own community, such as Bucky Raw, who have been deported, unfortunately, but, that leeways into other avenues in life, as well discussing Sheikh, the wonderful, great Sheikh Bashu and his situation going on with the current government. So yeah, let's get back into Trump and his immigration laws. Do you feel like y'all got to know people who gonna be affected by
who's getting deported first? Who's getting deported? I don't know. I think because
you feel like he has a goal for a margin group?
Among the 1,500, that's 1,500,000 people getting deported first. 1 million plus getting deported. There are people who was already on the removal list. Because when you go to the court system, you go to the immigration system, the judge tell you got to remove yourself from America. So these are the people that they are targeting. They're getting deported first. Not just picking up people from the corner store.
Criminals.
Everybody's saying they're a bunch of criminal, repeat offender convicts that was in the sanctuary city that the city let go. These are the people that are getting picked up.
So they know the people.
They know the people that are getting picked up.
They know exactly where they're going to.
They know exactly where they are. They got an address. People. They're not just going to the African store like the popular thing that everybody say, they're going around the African store and picking people up.
Okay.
They are really going to the African store. It's just
a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't have that much manpower.
Because you do need a warrant. You need to have a warrant.
And these are people that are on the deportation list already. That's supposed to be removed from the country that stay here. And most of them are convicted felons. They are people that committed crime in America. So these are people that are going back home. But the 1,500 Liberians that's going back home, and I can guarantee 100% there are people that's already being told to leave the country a while ago and that stayed, that need to go to Liberia. And these are the people that are on that list. And that list is true because I authenticate that list through the system. And then, these are people that actually go on. It's 1,500 plus people, Liberians.
What do you think we can do as in our community to help, I guess, educate them? I guess this platform is a great way of doing that, knowing your rights and understanding, like, they do need a warrant. You do need to see the warrant. You do have the right to remain silent. What are some other things,
That trauma right now is going to be for both people here and people back home in Liberia, especially the people leaving the family. There are people being here for 30, 40 years that on that list. That's supposed to be, be gone from America for a long time ago. Wow. Imagine you leaving your family here, your kids, your wife, your husband, and getting on that list to go back to Liberia. That's a trauma here, separating the family, and then going back home where the community accepts you in Liberia, where these people accept you in Liberia.
Wow. I think that's always been my fear.
It's the fear, because I saw on Chichipole Room and I saw on the internet on Facebook earlier this morning, the comment was bad, bro. The comments about people, don't come to our place, you never send me money.
Send me no money.
And these are the things that people got to deal with in Liberia. And what is the government doing to help
those are not family members who's saying that. I think, those are just users.
Yeah.
Those are not family members saying that.
That's super crazy, though.
But I just hope that, that 30, 40 years that they stay in the U.S., I just hope they learn something.
Yeah.
That they will, that they're definitely able to take something back home.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they didn't waste all the 30, 40 years of the life year just passing around, doing all that of foolishness and stuff like that. Because I just hope they finally able to take something back.
There are people that knew from the get-go that was going to happen, because it always happened to change. And people want to publicize what Trump doing, and he did it before. It wasn't as public as That's now. That's going on. Yeah, it's on TV and everything because of all campaign promises that people want to see. Like, oh, it's really going on.
It's crazy.
But it's not. It's going on. It went on before. I worked in the prison system for so long, and I've seen a lot of people getting deported. I've seen a lot of people who had contract with ICE and everything. I've seen people in the system that, we had a whole 300-400 people leaving that ICE is picking up, and getting picked up. And most of them are criminals and everything else. Because they're not just picking up people, law-abiding citizens. Law-abiding citizen that was on the removal list. These are people that are going back home. So what's going to happen to the economy in Liberia? Is it going to help, build the economy? Is it going to help, there's a lot of things that goes on in people's mind.
I wonder if, not to even say that because, but we are here. It makes me wonder for our own economy and our own stability. We're losing mad people who work jobs we do not want to work. Like, what happens when those jobs don't get work? Do we see the increase in pricing for certain things now? Does life get more difficult? Are we, this idea that Trump has that he's giving back the jobs to the working American class, but that working American class doesn't even want to work. Everyone does something in tech. Like,
yeah, so it's kind of tough, man.
Well,
Tough
for
situation.
me, honestly, right? I like a leader that puts his people first. That's the whole idea of being a leader.
Trump is doing,
and that's exactly what Trump is doing for the Americans. And I think all the leaders around the world should look at exactly what Trump's doing. Because at the end of the day, when you got people to lead, it's your responsibility to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, but America is a country where it's it's different countries that make America. Like you can never find a straight American. They got to be mixed with something.
Mixed with something that's integrated.
Something. So this type of setting is kind of different from our own country than where nobody, even if somebody go out there, get everybody visa and ticket to fly out of that place.
But the bottom line is, there's something that makes you an American. So once you're an American, being American, that's exactly what he's protecting. He's protecting America and its people.
He's not protecting that because the idea of being American is being an immigrant.
So I say, what makes you American?
And one of the laws that he tried to take away that caused a lot of hysteria that got blocked was the birthright law. So a lot of people become American through birthright. Like, no one is born an American unless you were born in America. And no one's parents are born American unless they're born in America. So everyone's parents come from somewhere. Like you said, Ireland, Italy, Spain, Portugal.
They're always a first generation.
There's always a first generation, second generation, third generation. If he removes that, he's slowly implementing the blue eye blonde air project. That's just how it is. If you remove the idea of other people can be immigrants, because that law was created that no one race can take over. No one race can be considered American over the next race. We are all American by being here. So it's just disappointing. It really is.
So do you think we have any program in Liberia to help reintegrate these people that are going back home?
They don't.
The
Because
1,500 people that's going back home,
the problem, we need to talk
counseling
to the people in Liberia, right, and tell y'all, please, when these people come back home, y'all don't treat them no different, because a lot of you guys in Liberia are operating the way I operate, the way I live. Day to day, you're in America, they will send you back home too. Because drinking and driving, a lot of people get sent back home for DUI and common things like that. Like, you just drink, you get in your car, you drive, the police pull you over. So don't look down on them, because you guys are doing the same thing over there. Like, lying, it's called fraud in America. You lie, they catch you lying, it's called fraud. If you steal, they catch you. Like, a lot of things that's happening in Liberia,
domestic violence.
Domestic violence, a lot of things that's taking place over there. The people that when they get sent back home, you'll look down on them, or you'll feel like,
it's not because they kill
that person. But they see what you operating in Liberia, you're in America, they'll come and send you back home. So don't look down on them. Things happen in life. Give them another. And the thing about these cats that's coming back to Liberia, right? A lot of them know a lot of stuff. They learn a lot of stuff here mentally.
A lot of professionals going to be deported.
Yeah, they can help what's going on in Liberia. So don't look down on them. For example, NSL back in the day, the DJ Blue was he got sent back home.
Yeah. How do we decrease the stigma? That's, the stigma of going back home, getting deported, and being a deportee in Liberia is a stigma in Liberia.
Yeah, it is. It's like they look down on.
How can we, what can we do from here that they're still here, help people back home to, kind of put that stigma down, like, these are professional people that are going back home. These are policies that was made in America that's sending these people home. So what can we do here as a group, as a social group, to see how we can help people back home?
I guess you got to.
Yeah, but Bates made a good point, right? I mean, DJ Blue should really be a good example, right? At least he emancipated himself from that situation. And today,
somebody else,
today he is a representative. Yeah. So
don't look down on those people.
It's not about what your people can do for you, but what you can do for yourself. So I mean, like I always say, right? Everybody is responsible for his or own destiny, definitely.
So I remember that when the refugee was going back to Liberia, they had the Liberia Repatriation and Resettlement Committee resettling them in Nima County, somewhere around there. That's where they kept a lot of them and try to help them and integrate them into society. Is the Liberian government doing the same thing for those 1,500 Liberians that are going back to Liberia? Are they going to keep them set in place to kind of reintegrate them in Liberia?
They're not even there yet. They're not even pull program together.
It's going to happen. They need to start the program right now and try to encourage people to go back home. Now you're going back home. There are people who voluntarily going back home. I spoke to one of my guys, like, I may as well go home before I get deported.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got family members who are like prepping to go to Canada.
You know he's on a removal list. The name is there. He got the letter. Just go before they cuff you and take you home. In that way, you go in a more respectful manner than cuffing and giving you $20 and so what are we doing as government in Liberia to help reintegrate these people? Guess what happened? The people went from Ghana, the El Triparossi stole the people money.
Wow.
It was big. It was on front page. They stole the money. The money the government gives to repatriate people, those guys stole the entire money.
In Ghana?
Wow.
In Liberia, when they got there, they stole the money. It was given them chicken change. So the money the government put aside. So
how much did you give you?
They just give them like $200-300 just for the beginning when they got there. Then,
was it given to a government or was it given to an individual?
The government, like, bro, was give the amount. It was on the budget. They gave that amount to LRRC and everybody, the guys it was a big scandal. It was on
like a stimulus check, basically.
Yeah,
is what
and
they're supposed to be giving out.
They stole the money. So what are we doing to safeguard some of these things? And are we giving these people, money? Because it's tough, man. It's tough being in America for so long and just going back home to nothing. There are people that knows nobody like that.
And then this conversation too also is a highlight for Liberians that's in America here, right? We all that sit on this couch. We're not far away or better enough than people that's actually going through that process of maybe one of our family member that we may love or somebody that we might be attached to. You might meet a girl today and she might get sent back home. You might want to be with her. So we got to start progressing our mindset to be back over there mentally and physically in Liberia, start doing projects, start working on things, and figure out how to make that place comfortable so when we are able to be over there, we can be comfortable. You understand? Yeah. So like I said, man, like for me, like everybody that's going through that situation right now, man, it's not guaranteed that 1,500 people, and not guaranteed they'll come find you, my brother.
Yeah.
Just keep your head up. Don't be depressed because a lot of these things will take you out mentally.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely fade away.
So even if on Liz, just keep praying to God and the situation could change for you. Don't give up.
You made a very good point, right? You made a very good point. Ain't no place like home. America ain't promising for nobody. The only place we got home is Liberia. And that's the only place that you and I can be deported from.
Mm-hmm.
So we should take advantage of it to build it, love it, and cherish it. Because that's our land. Because that's why we got people going back that committed common crimes in the U.S.
Yes.
Common crimes.
Yeah, I call that common crime.
Like DUI.
Yeah.
A lot of foreigners commit DUI because they don't know the system.
No, because they used to just get in the car and drink in Africa.
And like DUI, this is the part I don't understand, right? How can DUI change your whole life automatically in America?
So DUI, the system is set up in a way where
your license suspended.
They suspend your lesson because it's first and second and third offense, right? I'm in a law enforcement, so they're not just going to put you in jail for your first DUI. Although DUI
they'll try you. They'll give you 3 days. They'll give you 3 days. Yeah, they'll try you.
Money. So there are guys in the prison who are doing weekends. They go to jail Friday and leave Sunday. Some of them doing 30 weekends, like 60 weekends, 75 weekends. So now you got to pay every time you go to jail.
Yeah.
You got to pay some money to go to jail. You're paying like $40 every weekend for your feed and your board. So now you got to do a drug test every weekend to make sure you don't have nothing in your system. I guarantee most of the guys got stuff in the system in jail. They're still drunk going to jail on a weekend. So they put in a place where when you get a DUI, it's expensive. You get a lawyer, it's $5,000. DUI costs like 10 grand.
Yeah, I have one. I'm going. That's why y'all pick me up every morning.
A lot of people 10 grand. It's 10 grand. From the gate, it's 10 grand.
Yeah, like
first
offense.
You got to pay restitution. And when you get the second, the third, you go to jail.
But now, Bill, you got to
Get it
understand how
done.
dangerous it is, my brother.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. You drink, you get behind up. You can kill somebody.
Yeah.
Bro. That's why they don't play around with it.
Yeah, don't play around.
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
okay with them being aggressive like that with it because it's like it's a life and
There's
death
this-
situation.
Yeah.
There's this
Not
one
a
girl, her
From 1
name
to 10?
Star Wills.
Yeah,
She's
my
a
bro, it's a life and death
she was an influencer, baddie, real loving hip hop,
Yeah.
Nyash, all of that.
I seen her.
Yeah,
I seen
it
that.
just
I
happened
seen-
3 months
I
ago.
I seen that she got an accident.
And
I
she
seen
was
that.
crying in her interview, telling
Yeah, I
people
seen
like,
that.
"Why didn't no one stop me from drunk drive? Because when you're drunk, you're not in your right head. You just doing whatever you want to do." And she kept thinking like, "Was I that much of a bully in my life that nobody wanted to stop me from drunk driving?"
Yeah, it's no
and
joke,
like she
bro.
said, she dropped her friend off and everything, and then she was going home, and that's when she got in a
She
car accident.
her hand.
I see her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to her.
Hand backwards,
Yeah, she had a
her
bad
head cut
accident.
off. They had to do surgery, so half her hair is cut off. She got one little ponytail, like she's somebody back home.
So a lot of people,
But that's normal, you do.
and once you get a criminal record and you're on a removal list, it puts you on top of that list.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you got shoplifting, then you get on the list. Then you're here illegally, then you get shoplifting.
And then it keeps-
Yeah, illegally you're driving
It
drunk
keeps
without no
moving.
driver lessons. These are the things that put you in line for deportation. You know, I got no driver lesson. I'm driving on Liberian lessons, and I'm drinking and driving. I get pulled over. I have no driver lesson. I have removal in the system. So now you get on that list. So you're telling people now you part of 1500. Stay away from doing illegal activity because they bring you closer to getting deported.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Stay away from driving without a driver license because when you get pulled over, you going home.
Mm.
You'll go home. If you get pulled over, you'll go home.
Even if you're a citizen and you're caught driving without a license, you automatically go to
Yeah.
jail.
Imagine you don't have a license. Imagine you don't have, to bring your system to the NCIC and
Yeah.
see that you don't have no paper.
Documentation. Like if
No
you don't have a driver
documentation.
license number.
You're leaving.
Yeah.
So if you know what I know, you're Liberian, you're on that list, and you don't want to go as fast as the 1,500 people, you better stop doing illegal activity now.
We got child support on that
Stay
list
away.
too.
Child support be on that
Oh
list.
my
People pay
goodness.
child support going to be on that list, and it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of people, and the funny thing, if people was coming to America, they was giving birth in those hospitals and not paying their fees. Now the people stop going after your credit because you don't have no credit, so they put it on your record. As you having a kid in America, you owe them some money.
Dang.
So they become criminal now.
Dang.
Wow.
And that's why a lot of people that came here for visiting visas and born kids, they can't come back to America. They stop you. You can no longer come to America if you give birth to a kid in America and go back home.
Dang.
So these are the things that the people,
So your kid's a citizen, but
the kids are citizen, but you
you
are
owe
not,
government
and you
money.
can never come back. And somebody take the kids to Liberia, and you can't even send the kids back to America because they can't come by themselves.
They got to call somebody.
Let's discuss somebody in our own community that like I feel like you guys are very informed on. We talked about him earlier, Mr. Bucky Raw. He was someone who got deported.
Yeah.
Could you guys like give me a little I don't know too much. I don't know nothing.
So it's super crazy. Like the time Bucky got deported was the time like his career was about to
Mhm.
he was about to just blow it in America itself. And then
Damn.
boom.
I remember he went to New York,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Like, what
title,
happened?
he had a title, performance, and they was about to put him on title music because Liberian guy run title for Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
he
the
was,
vice president.
he
Yeah.
was on there,
the
and
whole
Bucky was
thing.
about to blow.
Damn.
Then he came back home, had a little situation with his baby mom.
Women.
What happened?
Women.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
What happened? Like what was the
Women.
criminal not
Nobody
too much,
really
but-
knows what happened. Nobody really knows what happened between them.
The girl misbehaving.
But the neighbor called the police.
Yeah.
And my man was already on the deportation list. So, and that's my guy. So I talk to him, all the time. He already on that list. So you get in trouble. And it was Trump first presidency.
Trump had to
Yes. It was Donald Trump first, when he came to power the first time. So it was, again, the same time. It was the same timing.
around the same time.
Around the same time, a lot of people was going back home. So he beat the case. Buck beat the case. That case was done. That domestic was done.
But they had him on top of the
But
list.
it's hiding on top of the list to get
They
deported.
moved his name on top of the
They
list.
took Buck from here, from Philly, took them to a place. I think it was in Arizona, so at an Air Force base, and they put them in a military plane. And
I think the
Wow.
girl. I think
they took a lot of people, and the girl went back home.
Yeah, no, I think the
Went back home,
case
man.
with the case situation, I think the girl like she didn't want to follow through with the situation
No.
because they got a child together and everything, and it was like it's like you're in a relationship. I tell
Instant
people all the
actions.
time.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. You gotta be very strategic with the women in because when they get in, the emotional driven,
Very strategic, right?
they put you in trouble.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Without even knowing that
They doing it.
your record and stuff like
understand?
that.
Just-
So especially on the list. like, especially you got to remove a letter. And Buck came here for a long time. Mom was here. Buck is American.
Your whole life, yeah.
Yeah,
Buck's American.
He's at the greatest challenge of his life.
But again, he's a strong dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't understand how being a system here from birth, you're 3 years, 4 years we're here, and going to reintegrate in Liberia. He's a strong dude. He got to give it up to him.
He just opened a store too.
I give it up to him. He's a strong dude.
100%.
There are people in Liberia who went to drugs, went to crack when they got deported from here.
100%.
Boutique shop.
Now you open
Like a grocery
a
store.
little mini grocery store.
Being a human, right?
Okay, so he's feeding the community. That's good.
And you'll be created to come back to where you spend the rest growing up, your life growing up. I mean, that's crazy.
But he's a strong dude. I give it up to Buck. I talked to him last week. He was supposed to call on the show, but he want to be here in person. He's like, yo, bro, I really want to be here in person. He want to be here in person. So he's doing everything possible to come back.
Don't worry. When we come to Liberia in December, we will be interviewing him. He'll be the top of our list.
It's tough. And people in Liberia, the guys that are here, they're making it difficult for people to come to America. They're making it harder for other Liberians to come and reintegrate in this system.
What do you mean?
Because of things they're doing here. The crazy stuff they're doing here.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are doing most crazy crime. And I tell you a story, and there's a guy in prison right now who cut somebody in the neck. I can't call the name, but a Liberian kid cut the person's neck.
The Jew, right?
Yeah, no, the guy. He was walking down Baltimore Avenue, and somebody had a backpack. When I took the backpack, cut the neck.
It happened recently?
Oh, yeah, it happened recently. I can't call the name.
I think now you can't. I think like, yeah. I think it's things that we talk about when it comes to like the
mental health part.
The mental health
part. People they don't think about the stigma when it comes to the war.
Bro, that got nothing to do with war.
And what it thinks. These kids grew up on that trauma, bro.
I grew up on that trauma.
Everyone is affected by trauma differently.
I grew up on that trauma.
Affected different. Some people's mental health is not strong enough to see these things and know
that's not life.
That is not right.
That should give you even more better reason why.
That's for you.
Why you shouldn't be a part.
But your perspective allows you to live with that comfort zone. You were someone who's highly educated. You were someone whose father made sure you were highly educated since childhood. So you have a broader understanding. These children lived under trauma with no father telling them to push education. All they know is busting heads open and getting whatever they want because of wartime.
How short are you?
I've seen it. My father was a journalist. I've seen it.
We've seen a lot of stuff during the war, bro. We've seen a lot of stuff in the war that make me, for me, I've seen a lot of stuff in the war that make me, driven by law enforcement. I want to be a law enforcement officer. I wanted to be a law enforcement officer because I felt that the justice system was crazy and I want to help impact the justice system in Liberia. Yeah. So it drove me to that type of lifestyle to be a law enforcement officer because of the trauma. I work when it said boo and I'm jumping and I'm running. Yeah, what happened? I always run into wars. People don't want to lock in, and people rioting. I'm going there. I'm among everything. I like the chaos.
But that's how you responded to your trauma.
That's how I respond to my trauma. Is running towards problem.
Okay.
Other people
they create it.
Got crazy mental health because of the war, bro. They can't even survive in front of people. That people were afraid of crowd because of the war. So the funny thing is, back in the days, 10 years ago, there's a lot of Liberians in jail. Now it's few Liberians in jail. It's funny. That generation that used to cause trouble on Woodland Avenue. You remember that generation that used to go to party and just start fighting? That whole generation got deported during the first Trump time. The whole generation got deported. They all got deported. So the kids now are doing good. The Liberian kids now in the community are doing good. They're driven by education. They're driven by what they're seeing. They're driven by a lot of things in the community. That whole generation that was causing problems,
a lot of them died.
Yeah, they got deported. They all got sent back home. So
because that whole entire movement was just bad. It was it was built around nonsense and just bad stuff.
Robbing people, going down the street, and
just being around. So we understand something, right? We also have to, in our community, right? We always say, "Oh, man, that person, my neighbor or my brother, they're cool." You don't have to be around bad stuff.
No
matter who they are. We got to figure out how to tell people, be around good stuff because good things come around good situations. Like bad things will happen. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. When you won't be hanging with Baba people and they be like your cousin,
it's
just a matter of time. So I have a friend right now that he wants to be an idiot. He right now. He's not around me because you're not gonna be an idiot and be around me because just a matter of time. Something you do can affect everything you work so hard
that you
for.
worked hard for.
You understand? So,
and that's why I told when I started being a law enforcement officer, I had to cut a lot of people off my Because I had to cut a lot of people off because I'm not searching you before you come in my car. You're not going to be caught with drugs in the car and I'm driving now. It reflect on me. Oh, JJ is a lieutenant in the prison and he got caught with somebody with drugs on. So I kind of separated myself from a lot of people. That's why I moved all the way down in Middletown and just stay away from a lot of things.
Quiet.
A lawyer, we're going to meet up at a spot to hang out, but you're not going to drive with me into the spot.
And my boy Nabil Liberian man friends that liquor.
Yes.
So me, I'm not even into liquor at all.
Liquor friends, they make it drink liquor.
I'm into liquor at all. So
The
I
thing is,
mean,
right-
if you tell me to go somewhere, you're not telling me to go drink liquor.
Yeah.
I agree.
It has to be something that we doing there. What we doing there? I mean, I go chill in the crib, I go in the basement, I go chill my man, we'll go drink liquor, we'll go through a bunch of foolishness all day.
Yeah.
I don't like being around this type of environment. So it's like, for me, I always find myself like moving in like spaces, right, that can get me somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't understand how important it is, the mindset. I say this a lot. So in Liberia, when these people are transitioning back,
Yeah.
I forget, that's how you use the word deportation.
Transitioning
when
back.
they're transitioning back home,
to Liberia.
where they're supposed to be already. They can't hear the hustle. When they're coming back home, Liberians, y'all got to understand
Accept
their value
them. Yeah.
and the important they can play, how important
They can play in the economy.
to that whole society, that economy.
Yeah.
They have some information that y'all don't even have.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They play a dying account. They're not counted before.
Yeah, take advantage. Take
Take
advantage of the
advantage of
knowledge.
being around
of
you.
the
Yeah,
knowledge.
learn from them.
And I would say the government in
But
Liberia.
it's also vice versa too. You got to look at it from this other perspective. 30, 40 years in America, and then you couldn't do nothing.
But there are people,
out
so
of the opportunities.
Some
there's
people try to
1,500
do
people that
that,
like
So what good can you
10%.
bring back home to your
Yeah,
people
10%
too?
is
You
criminal.
got to look at it from that.
Remember that 1,500 that people are going, that's 10% that's criminal. The rest of the people that's been here for 30 years, they're not criminal. If you've been here for 30 years,
All right,
you're not
that's
gonna,
good.
you're going
Yeah.
back home a long time ago if you're a criminal for 30 years.
No,
Yeah.
but the thing, what he's trying
Go
to
back
say,
home.
right, is that they're not doing, bro, maybe those people try to do something and their family member Steve on there.
No
my
paper.
man.
No paper.
They lied to them. And you got people to go back home.
No
Why would
paper.
you put investment in a space you can't go check out?
I knew a guy who was working under somebody's name here. Funny. Working, came from Liberia, visiting visa, working on somebody's name. That dude used to go collect the man paycheck and gave him $200. Mind you, this boy was doing crazy overtime.
Yeah.
He would work on the man name, the man would get the paycheck, he would cash it and get the man $200.
They did that play back.
So the
back
man
in
came up
day?
to me like, yo, JJ, I'm really going through stuff. The guy working on his name, he's doing this, doing that. I say, well, you're going to report him. You're going to report him to immigration. And what happened? The man threatened him and he started giving the man all his money back. Because he threatened him. Like, yo, you want to play this game? So there are people who work on the system for so long,
Yeah, that was a
never
play.
benefited
Yeah.
nothing from it.
Yeah, they did that.
They work on the table. They work for $5 an hour on the table. So they were just trying to manage themselves in America for those 40 years. They never build out wealth when it comes to
But
living
then-
because they've been working on the table. Working with no paper here, you're not getting you're getting the bare minimum, bro.
My man,
crazy.
let me use myself as an example,
It's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
Example, I've been in America a long time. To get people in America, that's not a joke. I just started going Liberia probably like 5 years ago. That's when I was able to get my proper document that would allow me to leave and come back. So nobody put the investment in somewhere. They don't know how they will get there
No.
and come back yet.
Yes.
So you can't blame those people that didn't put down investments. You understand? In Liberia, if they couldn't travel, they didn't have the proper document.
Then we go take care of the property.
Yeah. So that doesn't mean
That
they
is
can't.
another whole thing. Like
Yeah.
even
I'm not blaming no one, right? I mean, like I said, everybody is responsible for his or own path. That's responsibility, bro. If you live here all your life and you're going back home, there should be something that you're able to offer being back home.
Yeah,
Are
information.
you not going back as yes because I'm from America, so we all just assume that they live in America, so they got that skills they're gonna bring back home. No, until they get there,
Yeah.
they gotta prove it. Otherwise,
again, now the government, these people coming home,
Yeah.
you have to put them in a system where you know who's coming home.
Yeah,
What
that's it,
qualification
yeah,
they have to
yeah.
coming home. That means that
Mhm.
the Liberian repatriation program got the names of everybody coming home. Oh, John Paul is coming home. John Paul got a doctorate degree. Or John Paul is a nurse. You know, how can we integrate John Paul into society? John Paul, you are going to be assigned to JFK. You know something about radiology, you know, a technician, right? We're going to put you there.
So you mean
So these are the things the government got to do.
Also part of it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
it's probably
You
Really?
crazy. Everybody going back home.
What?
I know people that are going to Buffalo right now going to Canada.
Yeah, because they
go back
were
to
probably-
Canada. Sweating again.
Doctor and nurses deported?
No,
Yeah.
but the thing about it, right? They were probably working on like
Are
one
You
the
go to
of
license
school.
suspended?
they're working on one of these
Are the license
paperwork called
suspended?
like TPS or something, and they cancel all these
Yeah.
programs.
yeah. Federal funding got canceled this
Nah, I
And
morning.
don't think
imagine
so.
imagine
Really?
you coming to school, right?
Federal
you coming
somebody
school,
got
you're,
cancer
going
this
to, you're
morning.
getting your doctorate degree, your doctor and everything. You're still working on student visa
Yeah, you work on
because you're still going to school. Then you're working and getting a hospital. You got there's some doctors here that ain't got no paper. They ain't got no paper.
They work on like TPS.
They work
all
on
these
TPS.
different work. They got work documents and things like that just to work.
Mind you, they've
But
been
they
on
got
the removal list
paperwork.
for
They
so
ain't
long.
got
So
green card to go back
they are
and forth.
professional people that's going back home. The government have to do something to help the professional people reintegrate, to help the system. Because the system already messed up in Liberia. So are you going to get
that whole government talking about tell them just leave that people they feed themselves. Go ahead. They don't understand what they're going to say.
Yeah, so
let's figure out as Liberians to figure out how we can put something together where we can help our people that's going back home that actually want to do something. That's going to help what's going on over there. You understand?
Release the stigma. Don't look at people like they're all criminals going back home. Don't look at the 1,500 people and say, oh, they're coming back home to do this, to do that.
Let's talk about a specific criminal, though. Once again.
That public floodgate?
No, we ain't there yet.
Who?
Not that hot.
Who is it?
I can't say his name, y'all. My tongue won't allow me.
Oh, Sheikh
Barsu?
Sheikh Bashir.
Yeah, that's crazy. I seen that. I seen that he was the most wanted person in the world.
But let me tell you about Sheikh.
It wasn't crazy.
Like with all Sheikh's situation, right? With this, like when he was getting the money, right? He did some good stuff. You understand?
Good on his character.
I think Sheikh was the only, Sheikh was the only person like that was dumping money into like the entertainment segment where he was booking artists, he was bringing international artists to Liberia. Where people thought he was making money. Was he making the money back that he was spending on the artist? He wasn't. So he was promoting tourism in some type of way. And I think like a couple of years ago, some people then got burned or some kind of death happened.
Yeah, in Yucatan.
And he paid for everybody's funeral.
So he was a philanthropist.
Yeah,
that's what he said. He did pretty good.
I think that's where he went wrong, right?
Yeah.
When he started tapping into those frequency, right? Yeah. The government saw where he was going. Now he's looking for power now. Now the minute kid together. And the minute start making a phone call on him, they misbehave and scatter the whole level operation.
How they scatter him? Who tell me?
Huh?
How they scatter him?
No, they snitch on him. Somebody told.
Oh. Yeah. So again,
somebody told him.
These are the things that go on in this community that make it harder for people to come to the community. Because if people go to Liberia and go to embassy and everything else, they start bringing these things up and everything else, and or the Interpol looking for this guy. And he's on social media and he's doing this and doing that. And they're like, damn, this guy just blatant, you know, be some type of, be tactical when it comes to these things, you know?
You
can't be that blatant, bro.
That's how I saw that post.
You can't be that blatant,
bro.
That
post, that video.
Yeah, you can't be that
blatant. I saw it on Sheikh page.
On his own page?
I was on Facebook. I just looked at the stuff I thought it was fake, man.
You thought it was fake?
Then I clicked the stuff. I watched the video. He was like, oh, if you're Liberian, if you want to go, I'll show it to you myself. Look on his page.
And they put money on his head, too.
I mean, that's exactly what...
They put money on his head, so...
Yeah, but that's exactly where my disappointment came from, to be honest, right? For me, my greatest achievement as a person is being a father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not my accomplishment, it's not everything else, because, I mean, we all still hustling.
Yeah.
So, you got to live... When you a father, everything changes.
Yeah,
you got to live off a certain legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want your kids to walk in the line, or you want to rectify those mistakes as a father, that the things that you did, like you don't want your kids to get driven into that. So if you come out openly on Facebook and post that, and you just confirm everything that's going on.
You turn to the law enforcement here.
Yeah, he posted
that. Turn to law enforcement in Liberia.
Yeah, like you just confirm and say like, oh, haters and stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
Extradition law, try to like.
Yeah, nobody.
Like he got no regrets for what he did. You understand?
Yeah, so it's tough, man.
So what really happened? Like I get you said he snitched. Who snitched?
Well, nobody knows who snitched.
I'm saying.
I'm saying. I ain't gonna tell you who snitched on the.
All right, but what's the D? Like all I know is he's some big boy. He was a scammer. Like what's the T? What's the T?
So they had this. They had this thing.
Yeah, the case.
They had this thing going on where somebody working in a big company, in a big health company, that robbed, like breaking the person's car,
there was wiring,
ID and everything else, and just connected that,
and then moved the money
up from that company all the way to another company. It's been happening for a long time in America. So it's not an old thing. It's been happening for a long, not a new thing. It's been happening for a long time. So people take advantage of that. So, and I talked to this guy. He said, "Oh, they took our money from Africa. Now I thought to take it back to Africa."
And they said the money was transferred to Nigeria. So that means he was just. He was just the middleman.
My thing is, everybody hustle different.
Yeah.
So basically,
I don't block everybody hustle, but don't be too blatant We a hustle.
Yeah.
Don't disregard the laws in America and the laws in Liberia to flaunt and say y'all can't get me all that extra stuff.
And you got to earn up to your responsibility.
Yes,
because
and
can't be soft.
Yeah, you can't be.
I think- publicly
I was shocked when
posting
we
that.
saw the video, right?
No, I was shocked when I saw the video, bro.
It's a
He posted
bad-
himself, like he went to and shared it.
It's a
himself.
bad response, you know. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
response.
Yeah.
That's not how you respond to situation.
Again, I know the guy.
Other than just
we
says
actually
you're a father, you
New
got-
Georgia STI. We grew up together too.
You
The
got
funny thing is,
moral
all the scammer guys all grew together. But sure, that up in Cassell. Me and Cassell grew up together.
You
Like,
name it on now.
oh yeah, Cassell. We grew up together. Cassell was here. You got locked up for ghost scam, and he went back to Liberia. Everybody, hey, Cassell.
Yeah, but now he's doing
Everybody,
good again.
yeah, Cassell doing
Yeah,
good
Cassell
again.
doing
He's
good
doing
right
good.
now.
Everybody's
Yeah.
doing good.
Yeah, we're gonna have money.
But the funny thing is, you do it in a way where you know.
Get money to Dubai, get money in Liberia.
Oh,
yeah,
he ran for
we grew up
representative, I
together.
think, and lost.
He going to again.
Yeah,
You know,
he
tried
ran for
to.
representative and lost.
So
And now he's the president for FC
Yeah,
Cassell.
yeah, FC Cassell
One
guys
of
don't
the
soccer team
biggest.
there.
No,
Soccer
not
team,
one
huh?
of, but it's the biggest football
soccer
club
team,
right
yeah.
now.
Take him to Europe, taking everywhere for
Yeah, he
a
got
game and
stuff
everything.
going
He's doing good. He came back from that. He's not on Facebook saying, "Oh, he
It's
made a
okay.
video. He made a video
that's what I
apologizing to his
As the-
victims.
Okay,
He
it's
made a video on YouTube saying, "I apologize for all the things I went through, all the things y'all did. I apologize. Y'all forgive me."
Yeah.
And these are the things that he did. Paid a restitution. Went back to Liberia.
yeah.
Oh, he did pay
Oh, he did time. Did time in the fair.
Yeah,
went
it's
back
exactly
to
for the man
Liberia.
to transition from bad to good.
So he transitioned to that. He's not going there posting a video of him here saying, "Yeah, fuck y'all. You know, I did this, I did that. This is what I'm
Yeah,
going through."
I went to Ghana. Them boys shut that. I was there in Africa. My boy was shutting the club down 20 more bottles.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, Shaq?
Yeah, Shaq was there. Shutting it
Yeah, I
down.
saw the video.
Well,
But
that's all you
shutting it-
did,
but
bitch.
me myself, I was kind of shocked to like just to see like his situation he came from, and then boom, he just back outside. I'm talking
I know.
about Rolls Royce truck
So
back outside.
What
I
do you
was like,
think?
God damn it!
What do you think?
So
He
you
was hiding that money.
What do you think?
He wired it properly.
I was confused. I was like, yo, like my first time ever seeing somebody go down for something like that, and then boom, just come right back outside,
It's the Fed.
back on it.
The restitution. You got to pay
feel
restitution.
me?
They're not going to say pay $3 million now. They put you out, say pay that money in the next 10 years. You got to pay it. If you don't pay it, then my man, give us that bread.
If you
That
pay
money,
him out,
that
you-
money, that money is scam. Like it's done.
Yeah,
like
man,
that's
smart.
what it is.
No,
So
he's at the end of the day, I don't understand like what his plan is.
He was on the radar for a little while, I think.
that should be a plan. That should be a plan. You should be a.
I think he has a plan. He has to have a plan where he's moving about the situation.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's true.
Because at the end of the day, bro, I mean, you got people that coming after you.
Yes.
So you
and
got
that's my fear.
Yeah.
There are people that want to come to the country after you to help their family back home. If you're doing that blatantly, then when it come down, everybody go to the embassy for interview. Like, oh, do you know this guy? Do you know the, you know what happened? You think you're gonna be like that? You showing them? I know how to come to America on visiting visa. I know exactly how to come to America. So somebody coming there and putting all that. Oh, I got $100,000 in my account. Well, how did you get the money? Then it create more question
Mm-hmm.
as to why you want to come to America and you got all that money in Liberia. So now you just don't create a bad atmosphere for people coming to America. Because that's what people do in Liberia. They just creating a bad atmosphere. People coming to America. People try to come to America. All the people that 1,500 deported, next year will be another 1,500 coming back. It is what it is. It's just a big circle.
I mean, it's great, though. I mean, 1,500 is a low number.
It's a low number for Liberia. but,
Mexico
you know,
got 252,000.
yes,
Colombia got like
50,000.
30K.
Yeah. Afghanistan got a lot.
Yo, Haiti got
Honduras
like
got
3,000.
238,000.
But now the Haitian-
2,000.
The Haitians are
Haiti
fighting
got
it because they're
32,000.
saying that the country is not stable enough for them to go back.
Haiti got
I have a
37,000.
friend whose mother is Haitian, and last year, for some bright idea, she wanted to go to Haiti. And basically, they had to extradite her out the country. Like, she went to Haiti. She was not there for more than 3 months. All her furniture went missing. You know how you send your stuff on
Boys
go
don't
ahead
play
of
with-
time?
they don't
Yeah,
play.
everything was missing. Everything was gone. She was just so uncomfortable. Mind you, the lady live in New York. This
Haiti
lady live in upstate New
Haiti
York.
crazy. Haiti
And she went back to Haiti.
Y'all think Liberia crazy? Haiti is
Don't joke over there
Yes,
right now.
they had to
Great return right
basically,
now.
they had some friend in politics, and that friend was able to get her like on one of the last planes to get out of Haiti
They
type
don't
time.
have a government in Haiti right now, my brother.
Yeah, so people-
kill that president.
So people going back home now, the people that's about to go back home from America, what we going to tell them going back? What's some of the advice you're going to give them? Like, yo, you going back home. J-Biz, you just came from Liberia. You know what's going on back there. If I got to talk to 200 people in the airport, like, you going back home, this is what you should do.
I
What
really-
would you,
When I
what would you tell them?
When I tell somebody you going back home, you go back home, live like the people back home.
Yes.
Don't try to live like how you're living here.
Yes.
Because whatever you got will finish. If they when they're eating, the kobo shot $300 kobo. it's cool.
La be do, right?
Yeah, $500 kobo is okay. I
Yeah.
ate that too.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Just like I said, just try to
Cool.
figure.
It's just a generous saying.
Yeah,
When you go to the room,
I like a room.
I like the room.
yeah. Don't.
That's
Cut down the
basically it.
series small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
you
go to that
always
shoe.
see
You
fun.
spend more
Yeah.
money. You cut down the series. You spend more money.
Spend more money.
You go over pepper. Can I get pepper? Yeah, pepper. They'll catch you. They'll start spending more money.
Just
gotta
forget about
reintegrate.
air condition.
Yeah.
Just get used to the heat.
Yeah, don't get so because it's a trauma, man.
So what you think?
Getting used to this.
So what you think? Actually, the diaspora Liberians, because I mean, about $360 million left from America, just the Liberia. So what actually you think the diaspora can do
To help people
can
back
help
home.
those that are going back?
going
home.
back.
I think we need a
From
buddy
here.
system. I think we do.
Yeah.
Someone needs to create either a nonprofit or some type of buddy system for the
people are going back.
the refugees, because we need people who are Americanized but still understand Liberian culture, who can help transition the Americanized Liberians once they get there. Like if we literally created a buddy system, like you said, we know so-and-so do this, so they go there.
Yeah.
You have your buddy. You got the one buddy who's in the
Just help
hospital
this
with
out,
you.
yeah.
Like you got
try to help somebody.
Yeah, like
Somebody try to help somebody.
even like how the Christians do, like the Bethel program. If you go to a third world country, you stay with a family member. Like we have to figure a way how to integrate that type of system. I don't know if that ever
Yeah,
happened.
no,
It's gonna happen.
It can definitely happen because
it
you
can
know why it
happen.
can happen? Because a lot of Liberian people that they got houses in Liberia. They got somebody watching their house.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody just sleep. Nobody, a stranger they don't know.
Just living
Just
there.
living in the house, sleeping in the house. So that definitely could happen. There's people that can have a roof over their head. They can help take care of your house.
Yes.
Now they're taking care of your house the American way. They're not doing all type of wild, funny stuff
Yeah.
inside your house. So definitely, that's definitely a good idea.
And I think everybody that's going back on criminal, and once you get that out of your mind, that everybody's sitting back on a criminal, no. Some of the people that never commit no crime. They're just
They just
being here for so
came to
long,
America, they have the paper.
undocumented.
And we got a
And
stats
that's
of,
why they're going back home.
yeah, I think we got a stats of approximately 105,000 Liberians
Mm-hmm.
here in the U.S. I don't think that's factual.
1,500 is nothing, yeah.
I think that's
more than
more.
100,000.
Yeah, I think that's more. So I think we can start a GoFundMe from this platform.
Definitely
Yeah.
can start a
That
GoFundMe.
anybody can raise,
definitely.
Yeah, that
So-
anybody can raise anything to help.
To help people going back home
help
and reintegrate
those
society.
people that have been deported back home. We can start it from right.
J-Base
this
know a lot of
platform.
people
We
like
can do
bro,
that.
so it would depend on J-Base.
Yeah,
so-
Pops.
No, not
No.
from Liberia. We can
Do it here.
we
send
can
the
raise
money
the
and try
funds
to-
from here.
But you
Yeah,
still
we
need
can-
an organization like Bro to
Yeah.
send the money to. So J-Base being
No,
like,
go
he
count
know
money
the system.
ourselves. We ain't counting this party. Nobody will do that money. We be there with that money on the ground ourselves.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things. So
No, we don't
It's-
have to.
All right.
We don't have to take the money back ourselves. We can raise the money and then
with the funds.
raise the funds and then turn it over to the government.
What
No,
going, man?
And then
We're not doing
and
that.
then regulate
Not a government.
and then be a part of it.
Not a government.
But,
You still-
okay,
you still got fit in the government?
No, they got good people.
JJ,
And they got good people. They got good
They
system.
They got
No,
good and
we
bad
can
people.
go- we
But
can
I
raise that
think,
money.
but I think
We
we
can
should
We'll start a
raise-
nonprofit.
We can
We'll
send
go
it back.
back home.
Yeah, I think
we
we
can
should do a
follow it.
GoFundMe for
We can
that.
follow the money, help people.
follow the
So-
money, structure where it go, and employ people
Yeah.
to work it.
So these are the things we're gonna
And the
try.
people
We're
going
gonna-
back home.
We're
The
gonna
people
try.
going back
We're
home.
gonna try, and we're gonna
Yeah.
try to get with people and say, people that's going back home, what a qualification, and try to help reintegrate them into society. Put
I think
them
we
in a
have a
different
great
ministry and
business
stuff
plan.
like
And
that.
as-
These are things we got to do.
This is a great business plan group. Are we
It's
doing
funny.
this?
Because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we are Liberians.
It could be you.
Yeah,
it
we
could
are
be
one
me.
people, right?
Yeah, it could be.
And-
It could be.
it could be
any-
anybody.
and
going
whoever
to Liberia.
contributed this, and whoever contributed this, I mean, you did this for yourself.
Yeah.
And man, the funny thing about the situation, right, is that everything like, bro, you're beating junior, like they call it domestic violence in America. You drinking while you driving DUR. You can't, they will send you back
They'll send
one
you
day
back
to
home.
yourself. So
Yeah.
you better be okay with us starting our program.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that, bro, right, when you go there, they say, oh, you're not come from America, you're this and that. Y'all wouldn't stop that beef.
Yeah.
It's not a real beef.
Ain't no beef. Everyone like, bro, you bring that American team in. It's not an American team. It's a human being team. That's
No
what I tell
beef.
everybody. When I went to the prison to work, right? I went to the prison. I did a prison, management down there in South Beach. I was there trying to teach them how to do some things, regulation
But
and
this just
sex
you.
extraction. I bring that American team.
I'll be there with you this year.
Yeah, so this year I'm doing the same thing. This is the first time
Definitely.
I'm going to go back home since 2016, and I
I'll be
did.
there
I'm
with
going
you,
back
definitely.
again, and I'm gonna try to enter the prison system again. And try
Liberia
to
gonna
help
be so
people,
packed this year.
So December, definitely December.
Yes, you
I'm
will.
trying to go back. I don't like to go back December, but this time around,
I mean, I think it's the best
I'm
time to
trying to
go. I
go
wish I
back
tell
and,
people
you
because
know.
it'd be different people from different places being like Liberia that time.
so you got a network with a lot of different people.
California, or then because at the end of the day, as Liberians, we got to figure out how to unite, the right people together to actually move this shit forward, bro.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I love where we got with this conversation. This makes me feel so warm inside. But I'm a negative person too. So who we fucking today?
You ought to flog somebody.
Who you flog?
No, you gotta flug. JJ, you gotta flug somebody.
Yeah, JJ, who you want to plug?
You gotta flug somebody.
Did I say it
today,
right?
JJ.
I don't like to be in a
You don't wanna be in the
crazy,
heat?
I don't like
Yeah,
to be in
yeah.
a low crazy heat because you know.
You're on a
man,
show
I-
called
Everybody
Enterprise.
should be flogged
Enterprise.
yesterday. I mean, based on the conversation.
Who the
had,
fuck?
should be
Why
shot.
just why you say you won't flog before you ever come in
No,
late?
I mean, Sheikh.
You don't flug shit?
Yeah.
You got
About-
chill.
As a man,
My man, chill.
you gotta love
My man, chill.
Yeah, as a man.
I want
No,
you.
no, we're telling him to chill. We're not telling. I'm telling
Yeah.
my man, chill.
Yeah, as a man,
Sheikh to
yeah, as
relax.
a man,
Yeah, relax, my
as a
dude.
man, you gotta order
Like,
to your responsibility.
Relax, my dude.
Everybody transition, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Delete that stuff on our internet.
When we learn from our mistake, we owe it up
Yeah.
to the people that we got beyond us. Because, like I said, the greatest achievement of any man is being a father. Like, what more example that you want to set?
So you
All of
publicly
to be a
no,
father.
You gotta start. You gotta say.
Look at me in
So
his
you
eye.
publicly fucking shit. That's what you doing right now.
Bro, I said what I had to say, and I'm
You gotta look
done.
at the camera. You gotta look at the
Take
camera.
care.
Publicly fucking.
Say it to his eyeball.
I don't saying what I had to say, and that's fact. Let's come back before we climax, right?
Mhm.
I got more interest in the phones being raised.
Okay, the GoFundMe and
Yeah,
everything
the
else. for people
GoFundMe.
going back
I just
home.
hope that you can take over
Yes,
that
take
responsibility,
initiative.
create that GoFundMe,
You can't take it.
because that's a
It's,
100.
it's gonna be in the fries GoFundMe.
Yeah,
It's gonna be in the fries
yeah, that's
GoFundMe.
100 and some more thousand Liberians.
Yes.
If even
Boss
that's
man, you got
$1,
paperwork to do.
Yeah.
If even that's $1, that's over
Even
over
$1,
100,000.
you can give
plus, and then we
anything
can do
for the
a 5.
cause.
We can do just $20.
And when you
more.
when you going back home, when I talked to Bucket when you went back home, they just drop you off, man. For those that people that commit crime here, they drop you off. They only tell the prison system down there, they'll keep you for a little bit until the family
just
pick
like a
you up.
survival.
They just drop you off. They drop you over with a plastic bag with your clothes in, and that's it. You
Just
keep
like
it
the
moving.
series Survivor. Yeah.
Like, and then where people stop messing with is the airport. By the time you get, I heard that from Buck. By the time you get to the airport, everybody talking stuff about you. And look at them. They're clowning you from the gate. Why?
Yo, so I went Liberia. When
They're on shit.
when I talked to
They're
the
on
little
shit.
kids,
Yeah.
right? I talked to the kids. I basically told them, I said, you know, when the people that come from like America, they can say they can demote you. I say they can demote you. I say everywhere in this world is man shut. No matter where you go.
Yeah.
So that like America you won't go to, you better structure yourself in a way here where you guys get to go there. You don't get demoted.
If you struggle there, you be struggle, yeah, my
Yeah,
big.
be
If you
worse.
smoke weed, yeah, you got me smoke different
You'll be
thing.
worse. You're gonna be worse.
If you smoke weed, like bro, you can't. You crack, you smoke.
You'll be worse.
America
So
helps you multiply.
they don't
Everything go by.
America enhance who you are.
Yeah, enhance who you are.
That's what it does.
Enhance
Enhance
who
who
you
you are.
If you're a good guy, you'll be a good guy
You'll
in
be a
America.
better person.
If you're a smoker, like bro, you'll be a crackhead.
If you let the dream liquor and drop your car,
Because
Yeah.
what you do? You drink Hennessy. You look at that
Because even that
different.
weed that let you smoke is like better.
My thing is-
Yeah, when you smoke.
I think anything that say the Hennessy you drink like blood.
Now I'm many lobo your well in your
Fetty,
pocket.
yeah, the Fetty one.
My
Man,
beginning-
don't put that fatty on you. It's almost
My beginning of Hennessy you drink like blood. That Hennessy there, when that liquor,
Yeah.
then when you drink it, yeah, you go crazy.
Yeah, you be driving.
So yeah,
drunk.
that drinking
If you
liquor,
drive drunk like bro, yeah.
you drive sleeping. You go crash with the sun. Let me just tell you, my
Yeah,
boy
so
said
you
again,
gotta,
I coach you right
you know,
there.
just-
Well, I can't tell the boy said again. Let me try to juggle, yo.
Try to help the Liberian people, man. It's just crazy.
Got
Where
you.
talking about this, it just make me sad.
Nah,
It
nah,
just make me
that's crazy,
sad,
man.
bro.
But it should give you hope that
Yeah,
there's a
give me
future
hope.
that we can
Yeah.
change. That is as well.
And I would tell people here, when you come here to America, try to get your ducky.
I mean, not easy.
Try.
to get
No. That God know that was getting money. That was people I know that's getting money. You know they got money, but still ain't got no paper.
No, but the way to do it, right?
And-
Some people didn't try, my man. Men try. You know the other way
How?
to do it.
How,
I mean,
bitch?
Some of the June and
You know, 100,000 in your life. Then you get paper.
Now you get organize
Get
yourself.
it to
You right.
Then some guy told you got all this money. About, I got all this money. I scam all this. But then why you on the deportation
No,
list, bro?
but maybe he tried to, and maybe
Somebody scam him?
Maybe he has some kind of issue getting there, bro.
And the funny thing is, if you looking for paper in America and you get convicted, you're not getting that paper.
Yeah,
It's over for
maybe
you.
maybe that reason
It's
why-
over for you. You may as well go back
If
home.
you're a criminal,
It's
they're
over
not,
for you.
they're not gonna give it
Because
to
they're fingerprinting you. Your paper taking a whole year before your paper come. Then end of the day, they send the paper to you. So, you know, so that's why you got to be careful.
they
Going
got
through the
it.
process, you got to be very careful.
I mean, immigration one of the biggest hustle in America. You know
Yeah.
that, right? But you go to immigration lawyer office, a pack.
Mhm.
Immigration, the beginning can say, oh, I'll come back to America. Or the people say, oh, I'll come back. My beginning that
That's
hustle.
scam. You ain't
You
coming
will
back.
file that paper. You will pay that money. The only people can refund your money back
Yeah.
is deny it is your level.
When you get to
They'll take that
Africa,
money.
when you get to Africa, you're not coming back.
They'll take that money.
That's when they say, 10 years, after 10 years, you'll come back in the country. It's over for you.
Then when you pay that money, they're gonna
Let
take
it
it.
go. You let it go.
They're
Don't
gonna
take all
tell you
your
it's
money and
$4,000 to
deny you.
pay.
So when you come to America for the first time, you just gotta be on your lane,
You gotta
respect
be-
yourself,
You gotta be
business.
careful. You gotta be careful.
abide by the law,
The law.
and make sure you stay out of trouble and just
Sometimes
do
trouble
you.
look for people though.
Just do you.
So on this episode of In the Fries, we discussed a lot. Hopefully you guys took something away of sound in mind. I know a lot of people have been complaining that they feel as if we are a gossip forum or blog, but we are here for the people and we are here to inform you guys about real issues.
But I would say I was on a public influx there. You don't call it.
Yeah, some little...
That's the guy joking. Look at she's very joking. She's very. Look
Yeah, but they know who they are. I'm just here to let you guys know we are here for you guys and for the
It's
people.
not a gossip blog. Gossip blog to be on Facebook.
Yeah, if it was gossip blog, we'll be church around the whole time, bro.
No, we speak facts.
Yeah,
Gossip,
facts.
not facts.
If you're mad, you're mad, right?
Yeah.
But some people may not agree with us, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, we are all working from an unbiased
Yeah.
journalistic perspective, and we're just here to feed you information. We may key along the way, and you guys are more than welcome to come and
Come
talk
here.
to us.
Yeah.
Please come to the
Politician in
show.
Liberia, you want to come, you're in America, you want to come on the platform, just, call somebody
Email
in the
us.
fry.
What's
Hit
the
us.
email?
Come to the platform.
InTheFries@gmail.com.
Yeah, come on the platform.
You know, ask you a question that you know.
You'll be uncomfortable because we're going to ask you a uncomfortable question. We're not stripping the question like generally like, bro, hey, my man, you been that bathroom or that? How it was being in that bathroom?
Let me just close this, right?
Close the floor.
Thomas Fala. Need I speak up, baby. But that's me, bitch. You heading me, bro. Where you coming from? You want to speak up for what reason?
Nah.
You're not consistent, my boy.
That man will be president one day.
Bro,
That he
but
will
that's
do.
not the way.
He president one day,
A
though.
leader should be consistent.
The
And
man will be
he's
president,
not.
though.
That's
You
what,
think anybody consistent like, bro?
bro,
But that
1
man got
minute, the Thomas Fala own is
That man
worse.
no party higher, bro.
They
One
gonna get
minute,
one party?
his own is worse.
That man will be president. Right? Everybody will be president like, bro.
You
Everybody
were just
will be-
running around the whole country with George Weah, and then the next meeting, boop,
Everybody will be president like,
you
bro.
were unity party? Come on.
Everybody will be president.
Why we playing with our people that are?
Now you ask one grown up man say, "Oh, we buy this, I'll be president." You say, "I'll be president of the country." Everybody got aspiration. Aspiration.
We got to set the bars hard, bro. We got to.
Okay.
Why is
That's okay. My husband's going to run for president. I will be his vice president. It'll be fine.
Let me just get one.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
They gonna get wet side and wet
chair.
purple.
Oh,
Let me burn my whole purple.
You get on this side.
See my shirt? You see my
Let
shirt?
me take a picture first. You get
You see my shirt?
You go ahead. I'm
Who cares? You right? Is you watching it? Yeah.
We kiss you.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Okay.
It is what it is, yeah.
You're really in front of the camera.